Tonight, will the mayor run for re-election in August?
Plus, high school students learn about leadership on Troy's campus. Stay tuned. Troy TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Nightly News for June 4th, 2012. I'm Judson Garner.
And I am Bailey Majors. Thank you for joining us this evening. With 2012 being an election year, the question on several Troy residents' minds was whether or not current Troy Mayor Jimmy Lunsford would seek re-election. And with one candidate already running, Lunsford revealed his decision last week. Longtime mayor of Troy, Jimmy Lunsford, choked back tears as he announced to an audience in City Hall his decision of whether or not to be a candidate for mayor in August.
I will not seek re-election.
Lunsford was first elected mayor in 1982 and has served as mayor of Troy for 30 years. During his last re-election in 2008, he stated that it would be the last term that he ran for mayor.
I know I've made the right decision. You know, I've spent 30 years as mayor, and I'm very proud of what we've been able to accomplish.
He's left this city on top. This city's financial condition is extremely well.
Some accomplishments under Mayor Lunsford include the sale of the Edge Regional Medical Center, which resulted in a more stable health care for citizens, the opening of the James Oscar Colley Senior Complex, and helping increase Troy's revenue from $10 million to $57 million.
These 30 years have been incomparable. You can't compare any mayor in Alabama to what he's done for this city.
And what did Mayor Lunsford say he was looking forward to after his term was over?
I'll spend an awful lot of time with grandkids.
The mayor completes his last term in August, but what were some of his thoughts on the upcoming election?
I think that the people in this community will elect somebody that will, probably improve on what I've done a lot, so that's a good thing.
This void's going to be hard to fill. There's no way anybody can replace Jimmy Lunsford as mayor of Troy.
As of right now, Jason Reeves is running unopposed in the 2012 mayor election of the city of Troy.
Individual's life, and this week a group of high schoolers from across the state are getting the opportunity to learn the skill. Danielle Percival has a story.
Troy University is the site of the Alabama Youth Leadership Forum, otherwise known as YLF, which is designed for high school students with disabilities. This is a nationwide program, and this is the 13th year the state of Alabama has partnered with Troy University to give students with disabilities the opportunity to learn leadership skills.
30 youngsters come in, high school students from all over the state, been nominated, recommended by their counselors through the Alabama Department of Rehabilitation Services. They come here to learn what they can do to lead in communities.
For these delegates, it is not only about learning how to be a leader, but also about learning to be independent.
A lot of times when they come to YLF, it's the first time they've been away from home, and it's the first time they've been independent, so it's really good for them to learn those independent skills.
We're committed to letting them know that if you work with that disability, you can even leverage that and you can use it. You can be leaders in your community, and many of these wind up doing that.
Many of the staff members who work with the delegates were once delegates themselves, like Krista Lawley. When she was asked if she thought the program helped her.
Oh yeah, because if I wouldn't have came here, that I would be inclined or encouraged to go to college.
While YLF offers delegates the opportunity to learn leadership skills, they learn other useful skills throughout the week as well.
The etiquette luncheon has been a very important part since the beginning here. And the idea is you must go out and eat with people. They will actually have a luncheon in Wednesday when they go to Montgomery, and they'll be with different leading people from the state, and this just kind of gets them ready for that luncheon.
Danielle Percival, Troy TrojanVision News.
The YLF conference will continue until Thursday at noon.
Some local children may have the chance to be a part of the front line of Alabama's emergency bee preparedness. The governor's office announced they are taking applications for the Rocket Center in Huntsville. The camp provides an opportunity for 6th graders across Alabama to become youth preparedness delegates, carrying the message of preparedness and safety to their schools, communities, and families. For information, you can contact Marguerite Long at 334-954-7451 or by email at marguerite.long@servealabama.gov. Applications are due by June 30th. The camp will take place this September in Huntsville. All Alabama residents who will be in the 6th grade by September 2012 are eligible to attend Be Ready Camp.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Baldwin County, authorities say a 3-year-old girl has drowned in a swimming pool at an RV park. The Baldwin County Sheriff's Office says the girl drowned yesterday afternoon at the Styx River RV Resort. Her name was not released.
And in Birmingham, the community is cleaning up after storms toppled trees, down power lines, and collapsed a tent where a symphony was to perform. Alabama Power reports that about 600 customers were still without power this morning.
And in Greensboro, authorities are searching for a prisoner who escaped from a state Department of Corrections cattle ranch. Brian Corbett with the department says 33-year-old William Keith Bivens has been missing since yesterday. He is serving a 33-year sentence for robbery.
Still to come on Troy TrojanVision Nightly News, the 2012 baseball season is over, but the Trojans are already looking ahead to next season. Justin Carroll will be in next in sports with all the details.
But first, the economy is the hot topic on the campaign trail. We'll have that story and more coming up after the break.
New multi-million-dollar attack on Mitt Romney's record. I'm Danielle Nottingham at the White House. I'll have the story coming up.
Time was, kids did what came naturally, spending free time running through the grass, exploring streams. But times have changed. Today's indoor kids spend more than 7 hours in front of electronic media. That's why National Wildlife Federation created the Be Out There movement. Outdoor play improves kids' health, body, mind, and spirit. It helps them stay fit, enhances creativity, and could even make them better students. There's a reason they call it the great outdoors. Learn more at beoutthere.org.
If you can learn one thing in life, especially if you go into business, it's how to communicate and how to work with others. And I do think Troy taught me that.
Troy reaches out to people who they see their commitment to public service.
Troy just attracts students that want to give back to the community, that want to give back all across the world.
We want to educate the mind to think, the heart to feel, the body to act. We want to enable our students to go out into this world and make a difference.
Troy University, in class, online, within reach. Troy.edu.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
And now for a look at what's happening across the nation and around the world, we'll go to Judson Garner, the Global News Desk. Judson.
Thank you, Bailey. The economy is the #1 issue on the campaign trail, with President Obama and Mitt Romney both out fundraising today. The campaigns are busy taking on the other guy's economic record. Danielle Nottingham reports from the White House.
Lost 40,000 manufacturers.
President Obama's campaign is spending about $10 million on a new TV ad targeting Mitt Romney's record as governor of Massachusetts.
Instead of hiring workers from his own state, Romney outsourced call center jobs to India.
The Romney campaign says it would happily compare the president's record with the 4.7% unemployment rate in Massachusetts while Romney led the state.
He inherited a $3 billion projected deficit, turned it around without raising taxes, balanced the budget, and put $2 billion in the rainy day fund.
Both White House hopefuls are out raising campaign cash. Mitt Romney is in the Pacific Northwest. President Obama is teaming up with former President Bill Clinton in New York.
Shared prosperity.
President Clinton recently sent signals that attacking Romney's time in the business world is not a good strategy. But the White House claims the two men see eye to eye on President Obama's re-election.
President Clinton has completely supported President Obama's approach and has thoroughly endorsed President Obama as someone who has the right vision economically for moving this country forward.
Romney supporters argue it's an approach that has not worked.
He's a president who's in love with the sound of his own voice, but hasn't been able to follow through on too many promises.
President Obama and Clinton are headlining 3 different fundraisers, including one on Broadway and another at the Waldorf Astoria. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, the White House.
Emergency crews are searching for the bodies at the site of the deadly plane crash on Nigeria's coast. 153 people died Sunday when the Boeing plane went down in a busy neighborhood. Monica Villamizar reports from London.
A crane lifted the wreckage in the middle of a crowded neighborhood of Lagos, Nigeria. Crews are still searching for bodies of passengers. 153 people died in the crash Sunday. It's unclear if any Americans were on board. Hundreds of residents rushed to the site, making it impossible for firefighters or ambulances to get near the wreckage. Rescuers had to use tear gas to break up frantic crowds. This man was at home with his children when he heard a loud explosion. The Boeing plane took off from Nigeria's capital and was approaching the Lagos airport when it crashed. Pilots reported engine trouble moments before the jetliner hit the ground and burst into flames.
Ordinary people trying to earn a living ending up so tragically and untimely.
Search crews are checking nearby buildings for more victims. Boeing experts are helping Nigerian authorities investigate the cause of the crash. 2 years ago, the same MD-83 aircraft lost engine power in Lagos due to a bird strike. Alaska Airlines used the plane for 20 years before the African company bought it 2 years ago. Monica Villamizar, CBS News.
George Zimmerman's attorney wants a new bond hearing for his client, and today he's expected to file a motion for one. The court revoked the 28-year-old's bond for lying to the court about his family circumstances. Now the defense team says the court deserves an apology and an explanation. Randall Pinkston has the latest from Sanford, Florida.
George Zimmerman's defense team is expected to request a new bond hearing. His lawyer says the 28-year-old needs to admit he and his wife made a serious mistake.
I think the Zimmerman family needs to apologize to the court.
Judge Kenneth Lester revoked Zimmerman's bond Friday after prosecutors showed his wife misled the court at an April bail hearing. She allegedly hid more than $100,000 raised online to defend her husband.
I think the family made a mistake. I think it was out of fear and maybe some frustration.
Zimmerman is in his own cell, away from other inmates here at the Seminole County Jail. Unless a judge grants him a new bond, he will be here through his trial, which is not expected to start until sometime next year. Richard Hornsby is a criminal defense attorney in Florida. He says if there is another hearing, the judge may want to send a message.
I could see the judge setting the bond at either $500,000 to $1 million because he was not happy about the fact that he was lied to, and so he's going to ensure that this doesn't happen again.
Zimmerman is charged with second-degree murder in the death of Trayvon Martin. Hornsby says the financial cover-up complicates Zimmerman's defense strategy.
Under these circumstances, I think he's severely undermined his own credibility.
But the defense team claims since the shooting in all other matters, Zimmerman has been forthright and cooperative with authorities. Randall Pinkston, CBS News, Sanford, Florida.